All right, so imagine being locked out of your Facebook account forever.
It happened to a Utah County woman, and when she didn't get any response from the company, her husband reached out to KSL consumer investigator Matt Gephardt.
Deanie, Mike, social media, of course, has evolved beyond just a way to waste time, right? It's now an important way that many of us communicate. So when the rightful owner is locked out of their account by a hacker, does one of the world's largest social media companies do enough to help them get back in? You ask? KSL investigates.
We'll get a look into it and give you a call.
Jared Platt runs a small business and says he knows the importance of communication with his customers. It's the type of customer service that he says he's not received from one of the world's largest companies.
We've been having some issues with Facebook.
Last December, Jared's wife got an email from Facebook saying that someone had changed her password. It was not her, so Jared logged on to try and secure her account.
But in that process, I got kicked out.
And in the months since, they have been powerless to get her back in.
We followed their steps, their process that they asked for, and never heard anything back. Haven't heard anything. We've submitted that now 3 or 4 times and still have yet to hear anybody back.
Worse, Jared says he cannot get anybody from Facebook to actually pick up the phone.
It's bots.
So this time he called somebody who does answer, the KSL investigators. We reached out to Facebook on Jared's behalf through the company's corporate communications department. It took a couple of tries to get a response ourselves, and when we did, a spokesperson wrote they would trigger a password reset so Jared's wife can take back the account. But Jared says that did not happen. I have now tried several times to follow up with Facebook, but the spokesperson has stopped responding.
Our goal is to offer a platform for all ideas.
Because communication is so important, telecom industries are heavily regulated, but social media companies largely are not. That could change. There are a number of members of Congress calling for tighter reins on companies like Facebook that could force them to be more responsive.
Very, very little, if any, customer service.
As for Jared and his wife, he says they're still hopeful to eventually get access back to that page, but they are not holding their breath. Twice I asked Facebook what a customer should do if they find themselves locked out and the normal ways of getting back in don't work. Facebook did not answer. Live in Salt Lake City, Matt Gephardt, KSL 5 News.
All right, Matt, thank you very much. And yeah, if you've got a problem you want solved, you can go to KSLinvestigates.com. Email Matt at KSL.com as well. Or call the number on the screen, 385-707-6153.